Hey there, everybody. Brandon Cholander here again. Week 2 CSS Styling Project. Just going to go over this real quick, give it a little bit of a run through of my thought process and what I did this week. So, starting out, of course, I had to make some adjustments to the HTML as noted in our assignment information. I did have to add some divs occasionally through here just to kind of match the HTML from the page better, which I can show you here. So you see a lot of div in here, and there's something that they did that I didn't understand why completely, but a lot of stacking inside of stacking inside of stacking of div and stuff that don't completely seem like they need to be there. Some of them are for the swiper container or the wrapper and the slider, of course. So, I mean, obviously that's why the differences are between those and why there's so many inside of so many, because you're sitting inside of 3 layers at this point. But I feel like there's a more efficient way to build this website. Moving forward, jump over to the CS here. CSS. And I've managed to go through here and I started with my import at the top as needed. I added a reset and then standard reset. I went ahead and went through my typography piece by piece here, HTML. I went and did the font size so that rem will be accurate. Font size, and then box sizing, inherent. Then my body, the site itself calls for Cantrell, Nodo, Sans, and Ubuntu, as well as a couple other things. In terms of where is it? In terms of, is it here? No, it's in body, isn't it? There we go. So over here you can see there's additional stuff that I couldn't find or put in here. I didn't want to because I wasn't sure about it, but it's system-UI and -Apple system. And I couldn't find Sego UI as well, at least not in Google Fonts. So I just went with what was available on this actual list that was on Google Fonts, and so I added those in. You can see the Cantrell, Nodo, Sans, Ubuntu, and Sans Serif is the base for all those. I went ahead and made adjustments to the header, of course, adding in margin padding and everything that I could see within the site. Same with the top aside, which is actually new. I had to, based on the layout of the site here, this little side section is an aside from this top header rather. It's within the body above the header. And so I went ahead and set it that way in my HTML here. And then rearranged, as you can see, put the header under it and reassociated the our team and Crumb information to within under the header so that it's not being jumbled all together like it was last week in like one body section for the header, or one header section for all of it. And then for the main here, we went through and I kind of added some divs, some additional stuff to the members and the member information, giving member image and all that stuff, some class info that I can grab and use on the CSS side for styling. Let's see here, back to the CSS page. I mean, as you can see, I went through the aside, I touched my crumbs, the information on the unordered list, making the home and our team part white, everything that's standard for the H1, H2, H3, and then their individuals as well, and then the stuff within the H2 site nav specific, which is the bottom of the page down here, and the site nav and the links. And as well as the site nav that technically goes here for me, and you'll see in my team page here, it actually shows up this way because I don't know how to make the sidebar yet. But see, the white letters, like I said, got some of the spacing and margins and stuff like that in there as well. Got these all set up. They're still not sitting in line properly like they should be. They should all be lined up. Oops. Close that. They should all be lined up something similar to this. Of course, that'll be, I assume, more next week. We're just working on colors and block colors and stuff like that now. So, let's see here. All the individual information for these I have, and I'll go grab logos and stuff like that for next week instead of just having the words in here, because I think that's, currently I just have Facebook, and then same here, I have Facebook, Twitter. It's a filler for when I get the logos or the emblems. And other than that, went through into additional stuff as it required. As we went through, I just kind of went piece by piece, found every section on here as I could, going through, just kind of scanning over, breaking everything down, and looking where things are in relation to my side of stuff and how I have it set up, and then working to try and make the information here on the style side match what I have for my CSS for each section. I do believe there will be some corrections in here, of course, but other than that, I'm just looking forward to the corrections once you look this over. That way I can go ahead and go back through and kind of get the full picture of exactly how everything is working. I would say to start, I felt really lost. I didn't know exactly what to do, so I just reverted back to as systematically as possible, top to bottom, and that's how I got this pushed out. So excited for feedback. Hope you had a great week, and look forward to another good week of CSS information and learning. Have a good day.